Death moths. The death moth is just like how it sounds, a flying nightmare fuel with a 1.5-meter wingspan, wings caked in coarse grey hair, and a syringe-shaped mouthpart that can punch straight through human skin, which is exactly how it eats. Death moths hunt for energy, and they have a long list in their menu. Humans, facelings, skin stealers, dullers. If it moves and has fluids, it's part of the continental breakfast. Now, the species is split into males and females, and the difference between the two is pretty wild. The females are the ones actually doing the killing, brute force operators that go completely still when hunting, so their massive silhouettes blend into whatever's behind them, which does not work in the slightest because a female death moth is impossible to miss even when it's cosplaying as a lamp. The males, meanwhile, are basically flying golden retrievers, a fraction of the size, mostly passive, and completely obsessed with almond water. Pour some in a bottle and you can tame one to fight entities for you and fetch you specific items. Just don't run out or your loyal companion will remember it's a giant venomous insect and turn on you. Females also secrete something called moth jelly after fertilization, originally meant to keep males submissive, but it turns out to be a solid protein source for wanderers that also improves your mood strangely enough. Death moths used to live in a place called the Hive, which is an entire moth civilization built into a humid megastructure. But they've really spread everywhere now. They've also been around for a long time, so much so that the first documented encounter was in 1891. Two agents on level 1 saw a giant moth thing and naively thought it was friendly. Well, it looked at them like they were continental breakfast, so no. The memory worm. There's an old rule in horror that if something makes you feel unusually good in a very bad place, it's probably about to kill you. And that's the whole plan of the memory worm. It's a colossal worm somewhere between 300 and 600 meters long, roughly the length of a subway train, with a girth of about 5 meters, which is roughly the same size as Yo Mama. Now, most of its body stays buried underground at any given moment, usually about 3/4 of its length, which it uses as leverage while chasing prey. And the way it hunts is genuinely rude. It emits a passive field that makes anyone nearby feel intense, unearned nostalgia and comfort. Wanderers get drawn in, start reminiscing about grandma's kitchen or whatever, and by the time they realize they're being lured, they're already staring down a mouth that opens into a spiraling vortex of 16-inch rotating teeth, which shred through prey like Chainsaw Man. The worm eats memories the way normal creatures eat food, which is why it also has an unreasonable craving for memory jars. That craving is so intense it will actually stop a hunt if it senses one nearby, which is why wanderers are advised to just carry memory jars around as insurance against getting eaten. The funny thing is, the worm is actually sentient enough to hold grudges, which is overkill at this point. I mean, you're already a giant telepathic evil sea worm, and now you're also mad at me?